You're listening to the best of the Morning X, dropping back into the interview from a few moments ago. This is the original 99X.
We're talking to Mark Cuban, who once upon a time formed a little company called Broadcast.com, sold it for $6 billion. Now he sits here in a big recliner in his shorts and he talks to us. He owns the Dallas Mavericks.
There's a very famous story that Elvis in his heyday, they were out partying. He and Red and Sonny and all those guys, they were hanging around Graceland, and Elvis wanted I think it was a fried peanut butter sandwich or something that they only made in some restaurant in Denver. And at like 2 o'clock in the morning, he called his pilot and said, fuel it up, we're going to Denver. And they went out and they got a bunch of sandwiches in Denver and then flew back. Have you have any of those stories?
Those last minute, hey, what the hell, we're gonna just go to Vegas, me and the buddies. It's like, okay, there's nothing going on here. The town's closing. Let's just bag this place and go.
Where do we get an application to get on your buddy list?
On the buddy list.
You guys are there now. When I come out to Atlanta for the Mavs game, we had to do something. We can just tear it up.
Okay.
You just call. We'll be right there.
Get a basketball schedule real quick. I got to mark that thing.
Hey, Mark, what regular guy things do you do?
Oh, man. I mean, you would not – most people are, surprised that 99% of my day is as normal as anybody's day. I'm sitting
Sounds
here.
like it.
Like what? Like what?
Sounds like it.
Give us a.
Go ahead.
Well, okay, like today, right? Mm-hmm. Today I'm sitting here in my shorts, answering my email, talking to y'all, and then after this I'll go work out, and then I'll stop by 7-Eleven, get a big gulp and a sandwich for lunch. I'll go run some errands, and then we have a basketball game tonight against the Pistons, so I'll go down there and watch our walkthrough, and then after that I'll talk to my buddies and say who's coming to the game and what are we going to do after the game. And I don't have to work quite as hard as I used to, but other than that, it's just a normal day.
At the game, do you do a suite or do you do?
No, hell no. At the basketball games, I usually sit up in the very top row in peanut heaven.
Really?
So you don't want to sit down close?
No, hell no. I mean, it's more fun upstairs. All the people get crazy. I'm eating nachos with guys that are just hanging out or drinking beer, or there's families there that I'm getting to meet. It's just I love to be able to see the game from up high because I'm kind of like a fan of the game itself. Mm-hmm. The people who are upstairs are the people having the greatest time.
A couple of years ago, and this is really the topic of the day. A couple of years ago, you called up, or you went to a party and said that you worked for a .com. I mean, the red carpet rolled out, and every gorgeous woman in that room flocked to you. Now,
it never worked quite that way for me, but I know what you're saying.
now you got to take public transportation to the party. Right. So, for instance, you sold Broadcast for, I guess it was $6 billion in cash.
Well, in stock, actually.
Oh, in stocks.
Yeah.
What is that stock worth today?
Well, I hedged all my stock immediately. I mean, my attitude was, and I would tell this to everybody who listened, and when I went and spoke, that the .coms were way overpriced, that there was a lot of hot air in all the price points, and that hot air was going to let out, and it was going to come down, and 99% of the .com were going to go out of business. And I was saying this 2 years ago.
So you got out of .coms before this.
When the getting was good.
When the getting was good. Yeah, well, actually, it wasn't. When I got out, it was at a time when the market wasn't much higher than it was now, but it was still high enough that, I my net worth. But I figured, you know what? We sold the company, and how much more money do I need? I was more concerned just protecting on the downside. So I went out there, bought puts, and sold calls, and all that all the stock talk you want to make sure that the whole stock market could go to zero, and I would have all those three commas next to my name.
So are you not that heavily in the market right now? Did you kind of cash out?
No, actually, I'm short the market, so I've been doing really well this year.
No kidding. It's a good time to be shorting it.
Oh, yeah. It's brutal.
There's an urban legend about, was it about Gates?
Bill Gates, yeah.
Who went to the airport one time, and he rolled up, and he was running late. He got out, gave his keys to some whoever, and said, Merry Christmas, I'm late. Take the car, it's yours. You ever done anything weird like that?
Oh, goodness. Probably not quite. I don't know. I try to do as many weird things as possible.
You sound like that. You sound like you're very unpredictable.
Yeah, I try to, when you get a situation where you can light somebody's eyes up. I mean, I've given $100 tips. I've sent, people always ask me for money, right? So the easiest way not to get money from me is to ask me for money.
Right.
But the one thing that I did do, there was this little old group of little old ladies who were into tap dancing. You've probably seen them on TV where they're like in short, hot pants.
I have seen that. It's very funny.
Yeah, it's just hysterical. And so I just, I'd seen them, and I just picked up and, wrote them a check for, I think it was $10,000 because they just cracked me up.
And what did they respond with?
They were like, "Oh my God." But I said, "No, you're not allowed to publicize it. You're not allowed, I don't want any big deal out of it. This is just because I think you guys are having fun, and when I'm 85, I want to be having fun too." And then, I try not, and I'll give out $100 tips, whatever, if I think somebody's working hard, or, if I see something that I think is particularly moving, I'll send money. But, the number one rule when I send money is that you can't publicize it, because the unfortunate side of all that is if word gets out, then I just get deluged with requests for money.
And it's hard to say no. I mean, you get requests from people who are probably very deserving.
It's just gut-wrenching.
It's, but what do you...
It's gut-wrenching. I mean, 10 letters a day I get from somebody who had something that, is just terrifying and terrible, and you just can't respond to all of them. I mean,
Mark, all the good things you do, isn't that kind of a turn-off when you see that letter?
Huh?
No, it's not a turn-off, because, I mean, you can't...
They need help.
You've got to be considerate and sensitive to people who but at the same time, it's just... It tears me apart.
It's very awkward. It's a very awkward situation to put you in.
Well, do you have like a foundation? I know Ted Turner has a charitable foundation that...
Yeah, I use the Dallas Mavericks Foundation that I just funnel everything through, so I don't have to be the bad guy.
Right.
And so, I just say, if you have a request, send it to the Mavericks Foundation, and, there's a whole board of directors that, that I put on there that understand what I'm looking for, and this way it kind of insulates me some from it, and... I try to give away at least a couple $1 million every year, if not more.
What's something cool maybe you did for a family member?
Oh, my God, my parents, I just send them everywhere and anywhere. My dad, when I was growing up, he did upholstery on cars. He just retired a couple years ago. So if you had a rip in the leather upholstery of your car, you took it to my dad in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And, he did, we were middle class across the board. My dad made, $30,000, $40,000 a year when I was growing up. And so we finally convinced him to retire about 2 years ago, and I said, "Okay, Dad, get your suitcase, because you're going to travel. You and my mom are going to travel," and that's what they've been doing. And so I've been sending my parents just on, it's like they're hardly home anymore.
That's very nice.
Yeah,
that is nice.
That's the least you can do. I mean, so wherever they want to go, they go. My dad just got back from Hong Kong, and you name it, Europe. Everywhere.
Now, does your plane can it fly intercontinental?
Oh yeah, I mean it can go from Dallas to Hong Kong nonstop.
Really? Wow.
Oh yeah, I haven't taken it that far yet. It's funny. I mean I've been to Europe and everything, but to me it's just there's just so many places I haven't been here that I'm still working on having a good time here. I just hate to get in there and have to fly for 15 hours.
Well, how often do you go? Do you go once a week to a new place you haven't been?
No, I mean like I said, I travel with the Mavericks to away games, so that gets me out and about a lot. But I usually travel on the team plane, which is fun. But if the Mavericks are traveling during season, I'll go with them. But other than that, I'm pretty much just a homebody unless something's going
Mark,
on.
your life has to be busier than you're letting us to believe. I mean, I
paint this picture of you in the shorts checking email, and
I mean, you must have like a daily meeting with some board somewhere.
No, I mean seriously. The difference now. I mean, before all this happened, right? Before I hit the jackpot, I would go to work. I'd try to get to the gym. I'd grab something to eat. I'd turn on the tube, watch some basketball. I had season tickets to the Mavs and to the Dallas Stars hockey. Go to the games, and chill with my friends on the weekend.
And what, did you just delegate all the managerial responsibilities?
Well, now I have, because you get to a point where you have so much stuff. So I've got people who are manage the stuff.
Cuban, you are my new hero.
Yeah.
you are my new idol.
That's a shame.
No, it's not. It's a beautiful thing.
Mark, thanks. It's been a pleasure meeting you.
My pleasure, guys. Anytime.
All right, Mark Cuban, thank you very much, sir.
Take care.
The best of the Morning X on 99X. Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy. The original 99X.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
Why? Because you're not playing me.
With rapid-fire takes.
Y'all went from the Super Bowl straight to the toilet bowl. He's not over the NFL. The NFL is over him.
Scorching debates.
All the good, all the bad, all the ups, all the downs.
He's the Spitfire of sports smack.
Sorry for what I said, because it was appropriate when I said it, but I can't say it anymore, dude. You are killing the game.
The Jim Rome Show podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.